Howdy! Welcome back to Versus. We're playing some more Canlander. We've got Jethro against Ed. Jethro is playing Abzan Delirium, which, if you've watched some of our previous videos, you may well recognise. It's a very similar deck, if not the same one that he played a few episodes back. General value deck with some graveyard synergies in there. Pointed cards are 3 Moxen, super simple. And to introduce Ed's deck, we have Kieran returning. Hey up, Kieran.
Hello there. So yeah, we've got Ed on Dimir Reanimator. So Reanimator, basically just wants to dump giant creatures into the bin and bring them back, cheat them into play as quick as you can. And there are a few cards pointed in this deck. So there's Demonic Tutor at 3, Treasure Cruise at 1, Intuition at 1, Mystical Tutor at 1, Imperial Seal at 1, Vamp Tutor at 2, and Dig Through Time at 1. So a lot of tutors in this deck because you don't really want to be drawing these big creatures. So a couple of examples is there's a Serra's Emissary, which is 4 triple white, and in a Dimir deck, if you're going to draw that, it's pretty much a dead card.
Difficult
So you want to be able to, yeah. So you want to be able to choose triple away to put it in the bin pretty early on. There are ways of getting it out of the hand. So there's stuff like Careful Study, which is draw 2, discard 2. But there's like I say, the main gist of the deck is to cheat one of these big threats into play and end the game quickly with them.
Very nice. So Jethro's taken a mulligan here. Did you play in this tournament?
Yes, yeah. Might be a spoiler, but me and Jethro played later on.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that's not a spoiler because we don't know how well you did.
Yeah. So we'll see how Jethro does in this game. But yeah, Jethro taking a mulligan here down to I think 6 at the moment. So we'll see if his 6 is good. But yeah, looking through the deck list, there's a few cards that are interesting in this deck. There's stuff like Emperor of Bones from Jethro's side, which is almost a main deck answer to Reanimator. It's going to exile those big threats. And then if you actually get to adapt it, he can cheat them in on his side of the board. So if you can cheat in a Traxxas, Archon, those types of cards really good there. So we've got the keep. I missed what was put on the bottom, but it looks like Jethro does have a mock start here. So we're going to see a fast start from Jethro's side. Do we know who won the dice roll?
Yeah, Jethro's on the play.
Okay, Jethro's on the play. He's a card down. So there's the Mox Pearl.
Find an underground mortuary. Yeah. Play an underground mortuary. Oh yeah. And surveil. Sounds exciting.
That was beautifully said by Jethro there. Didn't need to talk out the turn at all.
just listen to them. It's nice. It's nice when players tell you exactly what they're doing, and you don't have to try to figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
So strong start though.
I'm actually going to do anything
else. Yeah. So being able to, it's interesting because I do believe Jethro did have a land in hand to play.
But is he not playing a land for turn?
Yes. So he's cycling up the mortuary and he's going to play it as soon as he finds it and surveil.
Ah, sorry. Yes, of course.
So we're just finding that. It did look like there was an. Was it not an? It might be Unearth. I can't remember what it's called. Yes, Unearth in Jethro's hand. So if we do hit a creature that costs 3 or less, we could cheat that into play. And it turns out that Jethro was the Reanimator deck all along.
Come on now. There we go.
This Lord of the Rings basic land cycle, kind of. Well, there's 5 of them, right? There's one for each colour. They're pretty strong.
Yep, I think I've seen play in all formats. They're legal in Modern, Pauper, Legacy, Canlander, Commander.
I have to shout some kudos your way, because very early on in Lord of the Rings you called these out into saying that these were probably going to make ways into modern decks, and they absolutely did.
Yeah, they're very, very good cards. Just being able to search up, well, they got even better when the Surveil lands were released as well. So you get to chew a land out and get to surveil for your next turn. So Ed just playing an island and passing it back. See a bit of Jethro's hand now. There is definitely a land there.
I would like to mystical tutor.
Ooh. So turn 1 mystical tutor here. This is, like I say, it's a pointed card. Quite scary. I don't know what we're going to search off this.
I'm hoping it's pretty decent.
Just
Maybe.
just a reanimation spell.
It's going to be a reanimator.
Yep.
Specifically that one.
Yep. That's a pretty good one to get that.
I'd love an 18, but I feel like it would just backfire on me quite significantly.
So there is a 5/7 in the graveyard, which we could go get straight away, which is quite scary. That's a 4-turn clock. Comes in with a food as well. So you don't really mind losing the 6 life. But let's see if Ed's got something better he wants to reanimate here.
I was going to say, when as the reanimator deck, you're reanimating your opponent's creatures. It seems like something weird's going on. But
It is.
as you called out, Jethro started out with something that looked like it could be a reanimator pile as well.
Yeah. So with Delirium, he's wanting to fill up his graveyard with creatures and stuff. So that's another reason why these cyclers are great. They just
We might see something that looks your hand ideally. Who knows?
okay. So might see a Thoughtseize ability, something like that coming up. Just scrolling through the list, there is an Inquisition of Kozilek. Doesn't look like there is a Thoughtseize. Oh, there is a Thoughtseize as well.
There's Duress as well.
I would like to try. And
Collective Brutality.
Discarding all the change so that I look at your hand, choose instant sorcery from it, and then discard it, and also drain for 2. I'm going to respond. Yeah. By cycling on Earth.
Cycle the unearthed. If it's gonna go, I might as well get something back.
Yeah.
I'll discard no instants or sorceries. Be very upset about the
So Solitude, Tarmogoyf, 2 lands.
Goyf, 2 lands and Solitude.
But we did discard Lord of Change, which is a Warhammer card. So you're gonna have to give me a second whilst I read what it does. It's a 7 mana spell, 6 and a blue.
It ETBs and draws 3, I think.
Play Goddess Shrine.
Yes, and it also has flying and ward free, and it's a 6/6.
Why not?
Sorcery creature. Land. Instant.
Look, it's Tarmogoyf.
So yeah, we're gonna play a 4/5. We've got the land, so I still like the chances with this Lord of Change coming in, drawing 3 cards. Having that ward free is going to be very good to combat that Solitude. So that is definitely where I'd be looking at now. I think we see a fatal push there ripped off the top as well, which is a perfect answer to this Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. I hear. Somebody's told me before that paying 1 mana to draw 3 cards is fairly broken in Magic the Gathering.
Yes, pretty good. But when you also get a 6/6 body as well.
Do you know what's funny?
not-
I was thinking that obviously with the body as well, but then Ponder comes down and
Yeah.
I'm not going to shuffle. Yep, just going to draw.
So it's just
there's an
gonna rip right
impression
off the top.
of a recall.
Yeah.
Goyf is annoying. How big is it? Sorry, it's a 4/5.
4/5 Goyf. It's not that annoying. Just slam a 6/6.
Does it fly? No? Okay.
Yeah. I will reanimate, targeting the Lord of Change. Okay.
Here it is.
7 life.
Yes. So we do lose 7 life in the exchange, but we're still on.
Gained life from Collective Brutality. I did indeed.
Yes.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
So yeah,
Yeah, we got it on the.
Draw 3 cards.
yeah, life points are being tracked correctly.
3.
So this wasteland can't take. Oh, it can actually. If it hits the Godless Shrine, it does take away the option for the Solitude. But like I say, this Lord of Change does have ward free, so it's not.
You've got another Scrubland coming, but I will destroy the Godless Shrine with the
Yeah.
lands now.
So we are going to do that.
We know that there's a white source in hand is the issue.
Yeah. Oh, is that? That looks like another of the cyclers. It looks like it's Troll of Khazad-dûm
I'll play Scrubland.
being drawn there by Jethro.
Nice.
So at this point, it does look like it's Reanimator versus Reanimator.
More big scary things to put into bins to bring back.
Yeah. Unfortunately, can't cast it. It's not great here, so it's just going to be a pass back. Ed's going to play a swamp.
Pay the cleave cost to look at your hand and discard a card, a non-land card from it.
Okay.
I'm going to respond to that. Yep. I'm going to swamp cycle this troll, Khazad-dûm. Oh yeah.
So we are going to cycle the troll.
Favorite.
Because that was well, we've got Solitude.
I think it's Solitude and a Forest from what I saw. So hand, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty dead here from Jethro. So he needs a lot of help.
I'm looking for.
I'm
don't know if he
interested
plays
in
the
the
triome.
decision to cycle this troll now.
So I think he's going to cycle it now. I imagine he gets the triumph, which is going to represent another card draw because.
Yeah.
Um,
But if you keep it in hand, I guess Jethro knows that the troll's not going to be the target when Solitude is in hand, so it doesn't really matter what the order of doing things is.
Yeah, and Ed has tapped out here from blue mana, so there's not going to be any stifle effect on the swamp cycling. So yeah, we do grab the triome.
One unboxed deck. Lovely. Oh yeah. And then I'm going to pay 3 mana to cycle it off time. Yeah.
Oh, so he's doing this in response, is he?
Said maybe. I am not going to actually.
Yeah,
Okay.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
so,
I think that would have been a mistake.
yeah. If you could keep the 3 mana up, it would have been fine because you could.
You can see the triumph, Solitude, Plains.
Oh, it was a plains, not a forest. So yeah, Solitude gone. We're just left
We've not had anything extra for graveyards, have we? Not
2 lands in hand. One of those lands is going to be cycled away for a new card.
So at this point, Jethro is running out of gas.
Yeah.
Ed's got 5 cards in hand still.
Yeah, one being that Fate's Push that he's put to the front of his hand again, which is the clean answer this time of Goyf. I think I would have attacked there. I think I want my 3-turn clock in the air. Jethro needs some pretty good draw. That is a pretty good one as well, that Lingering Souls, because that is going to be really annoying. That represents at least 2 blockers, potentially 4 blockers for this flyer.
Just makes a lot of 1/1s.
Yeah, so it makes 2 1/1s. It's got flashback for 1 and a black. So
Oh yeah.
Yes.
let's start with the Stoneforge Mystic.
It's fine. I'm gonna go get Skull Clamp.
Jethro always gets Skull Clamp. I mean, it looks really strong when you just put a load of little 1/1s on the battlefield.
Yes. Ooh.
Yeah.
Days of Lingering Souls.
But it's still in the bin.
Yeah, so you still get the flashback. That Stoneforge Mystic shouldn't be in the bin.
I'll play that island again.
Don't know why that's gone there.
Stoneforge is still in play though. Yes.
Ah, there we go.
Yes. It was good, but it wasn't.
Days now also destroys target creature as well.
Very strong, very strong.
So yeah, we're finally getting this push down to get rid of the Goyf.
So I guess
Getting in for the 6.
if it were for an earlier attack, Jethro would be on 6 now, but Ed would be on 10. Is that right?
Yes, yeah.
So I'm just looking at that just because I find it interesting to see individual decisions that might not seem big at the time could end up having a big effect later on.
Yeah. And I think Jethro being at 6 is a lot worse than Ed being at 10. There's a lot of creatures in Ed's deck that will be 6 power that can just come down and
The Imperial
Jethro
Seal
out.
can go and find.
Yes.
More loss of life though.
Yeah, puts it on top, so I don't know what we're going to get. This one is a hidden one, so we're probably not going to be able to see it. Just scrolling through the deck list, trying to figure out what I'd take here. Maybe it depends what he's got in his hand. He could be missing land drops, it could be like a treasure cruise.
Don't you just go to reanimate the Solitude?
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not. I was
Potentially.
But I suppose if there's 2 1/1s coming in,
Yeah, I think you want something to answer the 1/1s or something to answer this Skull Clamp, because the Skull Clamp could be Jeffro's way back into this game. So
Let's try it again.
could represent at least 4 cards, so it's a persist.
Thank
Okay.
you very much.
Um,
I'll pass the turn.
Oh,
So
Ed
persist is
specifically showed it to the camera, so appreciate it.
yeah. Persist does only let you reanimate something from your graveyard. That is worth
Right.
noting.
Okay.
I'm going to flashback Lingering Souls. Yeah.
So yeah, here comes the Lingering Souls.
Yeah.
Here comes Skull Clamp.
Spirit.
That seems
He's going to clamp one of them.
within your
Get to draw 2 cards.
I
Skull
have one
Clamp,
Spirit
another
left, and I'm drawing 2 cards from the Spirit
famous
Clamp.
design mistake from Wizards, where they decided to change it last minute.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, and in doing so, they made it way better than it should be.
What do you know? What it should have been? What was the change?
I can't remember what the change was. It was, but the change was something to do with giving it the +1/-1.
Right.
So they tried to give it a downside, but the downside actually turned into an upside.
Yeah, this card would be nowhere near as good if it was just +1/0 or +2/0
Yeah.
or something like that.
I think +1/0, the card would be just fine. +1/-1, it just represents a 1 mana draw 2, sacrifice a token. So we've done that. We've drawn 2 cards.
indeed.
And we've got Traverse. Have we got Delirium? I imagine we've got Delirium. Creature, land.
A creature outrageous.
No, I won't. I'm not delirious.
Ah.
It's not Delirious.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I only see creature, land, and sorcery in there.
I'm going to get
So this-
Snowcliff Forest. Play Snowcliff Forest.
Oh yeah.
Cast Death Shaman.
Oh yeah.
And then go to combat.
Rip my graveyard. Yeah, yeah.
Uno.
Dos.
Yeah, really important against Reanimator. But one of the issues with playing these kinds of decks is
Having
you
done
just
that,
get
I'm gonna
hosed
pass.
by certain cards. There's a card that I remember Jethro playing previously with the Graveyard Order Matters card, where you start exiling
Yes.
things from the bottom of your library, from your graveyard.
That makes my
Imagine that would
Yeah,
just
so-
make a Reanimator player sad as well.
throw that out there.
Yeah. So with Canlander, as there is no sideboard, you kind of have to play all your answers in the main deck. So
Intuition.
if you can do that with a Deathrite Shaman as well, which is just a great card on its own, that's a positive. We are going to play an Intuition here, so
This is
Probably
combo
gonna
enabler,
dump-
right? What?
Oh, that
usually,
Hello.
but in this one, I imagine we're just going to dump 4 creatures into the bin.
Reanimation target.
I'm really hoping you can only
Yeah,
get one
we know
for
there's a persist. So
before shenanigans happen.
I feel like I'm used to
Ed's
seeing
hand
like
here.
Underworld Breach as one of the 3 cards when an Intuition's cast.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
George, Archon, Sarah's Emissary.
Here's your white card.
Yes.
You can have that in your hand.
There's 1 in hand, the rest in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Which one are you least scared of, Jethro?
One in hand, 2 graveyard. Sorry.
You
Or
put-
which one are you most scared of?
Yeah, you put the one you're most scared of in hand, weirdly, don't you?
Yeah. This is where Ed follows it up with a show and tell and puts it into play anyway.
I'll bother the Spirit.
Is show and tell in the list? Yes, show and tell is in the list. That's a 2 and a blue sorcery. Each player may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card from their hand onto the battlefield.
Man,
Oh yes. I'll be very sad when you eat whichever one I want.
But
Whatever I want.
So we're going to get in for 6. It's going to be blocked by the spirit. Jethro, did he just rip the exile artifact? I think he did just rip the Phyrexian Furnace off the top.
that's... I love it.
how's this going to end up? If I do that, then I can be left with that and those, or I can do that and be left with that. I think I need to
Once again, forgot to do the exact same thing I didn't do last time.
I think this is one of those turns now where if you look at Jeffro's life total at 6 and Ed's at
Yeah.
7,
I think this makes
The Deathrite Shaman can
advanced-
gain life, right?
it
But
can.
it's still, yeah.
Titania.
Oh my.
Ooh, that is one of my favourite magic
Cover Shrine?
cards.
Yeah.
Used to
And
be
makes me like-
my commander deck.
I go to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, my
In
very
in your
first.
in your commander deck or the actual commander of your commander deck?
That used to be my commander.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, certainly is.
So I have a very a soft spot for Titania.
Nice. I had her in my Muldrotha deck,
Yeah, yeah,
surprisingly.
yeah.
Try it again.
That makes sense.
And then I'll cast Phyrexian Furnace.
Okay, so we are putting the furnace down.
Okay.
Order matters.
Bottom card from target player's graveyard.
Let's hope they've not been moving the cards in the graveyard around. I don't
So
think I've seen it,
I
but
think Ed's missed a land drop last turn.
Outrageous period of.
I think
last
Ed's
couple of
missed multiple
turns.
land drops.
But
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure Ed has a land in hand. So I think he's just mistakenly not played a land.
Quasi masterpiece.
Okay. Can I see? Is that...
Yeah, I'm trying to peek.
He might have just drawn an Undercity.
Have a quick look at my graveyard in order. Don't worry.
Oh no, there's no Undercity in there, so it's not that.
Yeah, I must be mistaken, but
Yeah.
Ed did mention that he's forgotten to do something a couple of turns in a row.
Okay.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and cast Sabine's Reclamation.
Would you like to cast a Snapcaster?
Okay, so I think we can.
The Fatal Push.
I imagine this gets removed with one of the two cards that Jethro's got here.
This is the reason for targeting. I like this. So the reason for targeting Fatal Push is it's not that important, right?
No.
And we expect it's not going to resolve. But
Yeah.
because the issue is that Jethro's graveyard hate is not one-time use. The furnace is, but the shaman.
So they both cost 1 mana as well, and Jethro only has 1 mana available.
Yeah.
So he isn't able to do both. So we're just going to exile the Mystical Tutor.
Which means I assume he's going to pop the furnace.
Goodbye, sweet prince.
Yeah.
The Snapcaster Mage trigger resolve.
Okay, we've got the push. I like these kinds of little games of, are you going to let me do something I don't really need to do? But
Yeah.
I will exile.
just reanimate.
Exile the Emissary.
Oh right, okay. So it's the targets of reanimation that are being targeted.
Yeah.
Dice.
Jethro gains the 2 life there.
Anything else?
Watery Grave.
Yep.
It was Water Grave he's got.
And I'd like to swing for 6.
6 in the air, put Jethro back down to 6. So Jethro needs something here.
Make a green mana from Nissa. This will
See what we can find.
Draw set.
this will trigger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so in response to the very
Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Please exile the bottom card of your graveyard.
Emrakul costs more than that.
It does. We also know there's not Delirium in there. I think there's only 3 types. So I think with the mana reduction, it still costs 10 mana.
close land, which will trigger Nissa and Brush Fire.
So I don't think the Emrakul's going to get there.
What's Emrakul doing in Jethro's deck?
I think from what I've heard, it's one of the pet cards he's got in there.
I like it.
Targeting.
So it's very. I have died to it, just not expecting it. It just comes down.
Reanimate.
I think the best time was when he played it when I had an Ancestral Recall in hand. An Ancestral Recall is target player draws 3 cards.
Oh, that's
So-
incredible.
He managed to make me cast my Ancestral Recall targeting Jethro and gave him 3 more cards.
Love that.
10.
That's quite the swing.
Yeah. So what's the card draw? I can't make out what it is.
They're making it really difficult for you now, aren't they?
Oh, is that a dam? If that's a dam, dam in the list. Let's have a look. Dam is in the list.
Dam is in the list, so this is just nice removal for this 6/6.
Or
Land on
you
Stoneforge Mystic.
board wipe.
Goes to combat.
Snapcaster Mage isn't a problem though, right?
Land leaves my
No, that's true. But if you want to draw 2 more cards off this Skull Clamp,
Okay.
Fetch this again.
Yeah, I still feel like Titania's.
Suicide.
Oh, we've got a block.
Yep, you guys
Okay.
are.
This is trigger a 4.
No, I like this attack because now the dam you can use it to just kill the threat. You don't have to board wipe. You've got the 2 black mana over there.
Was that
And
chump
you've got
block because we
3.
were afraid of dying? What's Titania's stats?
It's a 5/3.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's quite a lot.
Destroy target with ward.
So yeah, ward is paid.
Aha! So he's played
Advantage bar back to Jethro now.
Yeah, for sure. It's been close this whole time, but it looks like he's
That dam off the top was pretty good.
he's drawn very well in this game.
Yes.
So it's a 5/5.
We are going to bring this back though.
You got a -1/-1 specifically, or
I've got a teeny tiny dice because it's in this mold.
I love it.
We're going to bring it back, draw 3 more cards, see what we hit.
But it's only a 5/5 flyer this time.
Yes.
So instead of paying 1 mana for a 6/6 flyer and 3 cards, we've paid 2 mana for a 5/5 flyer and 3 cards.
Yeah. More importantly, we've not had to pay 7 life this time.
That's very true.
7 life at this point is a lot. Okay, so we're gonna draw plus the turn. Played a land. That a dig for a time I've seen just put to the front.
Which
I'm
explains the picking up of the graveyard.
fairly certain it is a dig for a time now.
But I'm going to put Skullclamp on Titania.
Yeah.
Actually, am I?
This is the saddest Titania I've seen. It's not made any elementals. All it did was bring back a sad little
It's
godless
just-
shrine.
Yeah,
Usually Titania you want to play it, bring back a fetch,
where
so
are
you
all the
get to
fetch
ramp,
lands?
you get to sack it, you get yourself a 5/3 in the process.
Seismic Assault. I can discard a land.
But this one, it's just been a nice 5 mana 5/3. So we
We've
did
had-
draw a Fauna Shaman.
We've had the discussion previously about like what's the base stat line that you need for a card that doesn't have any abilities. 5 mana 5/3 is not that.
And then go to combat. Attack with Titania.
It did ramp us 1 land.
I would like to,
Oh yeah, true.
if you would allow me, delve a dig through time.
Okay, we're gonna delve, paying 3 mana.
Another 5.
So this is top 7, take 2.
Yes, look at the top 7, put 2 into your hand.
2, 3, 4, 5. Jokes on you, I was using your artifact for you.
So let's see what we can hit. We have tapped out, so no more tricks this turn. There's a mental misstep there, it's not going to help.
7.
At what point in the
Well,
turn are we at?
Turn to hand, rest of the
This is during the combat step. Jethro's declared his attack with the Tania, and I think Ed's just checking to see if he wants to block or not.
just look at my hand.
If he hits another Reanimator spell, I imagine he's more than happy to block.
Right, okay. But-
If not,
It feels like this is a spot where you just take the damage anyway.
I think I would take the damage. Your opponent's on effectively 1 life total.
Now just look at my graveyard.
Don't know what sort of damage there is. What's in his hand? I believe we know that Archon's in his hand, don't we? Because that was put there a few turns ago. That's something we need to be able to... If we can cheat the Archon into play, I think we've got a line to victory, because his opponent loses 3 life when it ETBs. So maybe we're digging for like a show and tell effect here.
How much does Archon cost naturally?
8.
Okay.
8 mana. So we're quite far away. If we do show and tell here, Jethro does have a really good card to put into play with that Emrakul in his hand, so
Oh yeah.
if that is the line we're going
That
for.
would be so sad.
These trades?
Yeah.
Okay, we have blocked.
So we've blocked.
Tiny dice.
1 and 2.
Okay, so Fortsy is the draw there. Very interesting. Probably going to start off with that.
That's easy.
Yeah.
Oh no.
See what's going on.
Need to know.
What do we got?
Oh,
We have a ritual and
so ritual into Archon.
Wait, that means that it would have been lethal without a block then.
5 are in my grave
I
sheet.
assume we didn't have.
1, 2,
Okay.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah,
Oh,
true.
sorry.
So we probably didn't need to block there.
4,
Yeah,
5, 6,
7.
I blocked on the dig through time. I didn't
Yeah,
count for those. There
you're
were
fi-
5,
You're fine.
and then I did a block.
So yeah, I think we might have just missed lethal there from Ed.
You really can do either.
Yeah.
I mean,
Assuming Jethro had
I was going to
nothing.
say, if that were lethal,
Bad news.
the Thoughtseize stops it.
We wouldn't have the Thougeize. He just had Fauna Shaman and Emrakul in hand. He drew the Thoughtseize off the Skull Clamp trigger from the block.
Then I have to play the land and the ritual and the creature.
Yes. So I will two stitch together.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so
2 life, go to 4. And then I will.
So if Ed didn't block there, he takes the 6, goes down to 2.
yep.
Jethro then only has Fauna Shaman and Emrakul
I'll play Caracas.
Oh dear.
because he doesn't draw the Thoughtseize or the Caracas.
It's not a
So I assume he just plays the Fauna Shaman,
Not a great,
passes the turn.
Bounce target. Anyway.
Ed goes to combat, attacks for 5 in the air,
And then I'll
can't be
stock up on
blocked,
Centaur's Mystic.
Yeah, yeah.
and then plays land, plays Dark Ritual, plays Archon
And pass it back.
for the last 2 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can still go land Archon here.
Fair life.
Um,
7.
Unfortunately, Jethro is going to get to draw 2 cards from this Archon though now, with the Skull Clamp being re-equipped.
The underground.
So let's see if that's the line we go for. We do have the 3 islands for that Mystic Sanctuary now, so that is online. I don't know what's left in that graveyard. We've done some delving, because we have
Yeah,
a lot of
this-
cards exiled.
So it's a fairly sad graveyard. For,
Yeah, I don't know if the Reanimate's in there. I don't know if the Persist's in there. There is a Stitch Together. Stitch Together was just put in there, so we can put that on
true.
top.
It's okay. It needs more things.
Mystic Sanctuary is definitely one of those cards that when it was first printed, everyone just kind of went, wait,
Like
what?
Yes.
And then go
I can do what with my land?
5,
Yes, I can play
cast the Archon.
Mystic Sanctuary and 1 Cryptic Command and represent a loop where I'm going to counter their spell and put Mystic Sanctuary back on top, play Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah,
Draw 2 cards, yeah.
it was very strong in Modern.
Was it
for-
was it banned in Modern?
Discarding this Emrakul.
Mystic Sanctuary did get banned in Modern, yeah.
Okay.
Losing 3 life down to 1. You're gaining
Look at me with my actual knowledge about
drawing a card.
constructed magic.
So it's
Yeah.
sacrifice and
So
then-
Jethro's now on 1.
Yeah, sacrifice and then discard. So Stoneforge Mystic, then Emrakul.
And then it shuffles it back.
No, that one doesn't.
Oh, it's different.
And then my Skull Clamp trigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
2.
Okay, I think I saw one of them being a land.
And then, yeah, that's.
So Jethro now needs to answer this because just an attack from this Archon will kill Jethro with its attack trigger.
Untap. Draw.
How did Jethro go down to 1? I missed that.
When Archon enters, target opponent loses 3 life, discards a card, and sacrifices a creature.
Okay.
It's thick. With at least 10 Cs? 9. No,
Hefty
9
stuff.
Yeah, so we can see a few cards still in there for this Mystic Sanctuary.
I'm going to animate one of my own creatures against me.
Maybe.
I will tell you nothing.
So what have we got?
We've got a white of the Reliquary in hand.
I have a choice to make.
and a Bloodstained Mire. And a third unknown. So that white represents any creature in Jethro's deck, thanks to the Fauna Shaman there. So let's have a nose. So we know Solitude's gone, we know Shriekmore's gone. We do have Necron Deathmark in the deck, so that one is a free black with flash. It's a 5/3 like Titania. When it enters, destroy up to 1 target creature, and target player mills 3 cards, so that can come down and deal with the Archon.
Best thing for dealing with this situation.
What else is there?
Conceding.
I think that's probably the cleanest answer
I have 4 cards.
if we're going to search for a creature using this form and a
I
shaman.
know Mystic Sanctuary
So
and release
the white is an aggressive card,
The
right?
only reason I've not left them open is in case
It's
I accidentally
because
So
it's
the-
big.
which I have been known
The
to
white,
do.
I imagine at this point, is going to be huge.
Yeah,
But we can't pass because
Yeah.
Archon will kill us with just the attack trigger. So I think we need to make sure this Archon dies this turn, unless we've got. So actually, that is a reanimate there from Jethro. So we can reanimate the Solitude that's in his bin.
There's a Solitude, there's a Shriekmaw from the beginning as well.
Yeah. Sorry, it's not. It's not a reanimate. It's animate dead. So it's the enchantment version,
Okay.
2-mana enchantment version. We're going to play a fetch land which we cannot fetch with at the moment. So I would advise not cracking that one. Gonna tap 2.
Animate dead targeting Solitude.
So we are going to bring back the Solitude.
See the line.
You gain
That's
6.
is it exile?
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Yes, it is exile.
I'll activate Fauna Shaman, discarding white of the Reliquary.
So that's strange to me. Getting rid of the white at the reliquary.
I think when you can get any creature in your deck, if you want to be aggressive here, you can go get something like a Questing Beast.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
true.
You can go get a Lurrus. There's a lot of cards in Jethro's bin that you can start playing. He's at that point in the game where Lurrus coming down, casting 2 cards a turn guaranteed from now on.
Ooh, Lurrus is horrible.
We could also be getting something like a. If we think the game's going to go long, we could get the Emperor of Bones. Like I said earlier, we get Emperor of Bones, play it now, activate it, bring back one of those threats in Ed's deck, potentially kill him this turn.
We really do just audible into. Ooh.
Because we can get. I think there is the Trench Gorger, which when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of land cards, exile them, then shuffle your library. If you do, Trench Gorger's power,
Become fascinating.
toughness are equal to the number of cards exiled this way. So assuming Jethro has at least 16 lands left in his deck, which he can check now, that is a lethal line if we go for Emperor of Bones, adapt it,
That's interesting.
get back Trench Gorger,
You're missing a card.
swing.
No,
Wow. Okay. Nice spot.
just there was a line I didn't see.
Ah.
So I wonder if that's the line Jethro just spoke about, but I do have access to both players' deck lists here, which is why I think
Yeah. It helps.
it
The other option is, I guess that's the aggressive. You just go for that, right? But
I think Jethro did ask how many cards he knows about, and I think he knows about at least 2 or 3 of the cards in Ed's hand, which only leaves 1.
Triple white, so it's definitely not castable.
Yeah.
Um,
Castable.
so I think I'd be going for the lethal line, as long as I have the 16 lands in the deck.
Sorry, this is
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
okay.
So yeah, 5, 6, 7. So he's got 8 in play because one of them is the Mox Pearl.
I'm gonna cast Phyrexian
I'm
Furnace.
pretty sure he does have. Okay.
And
We've gone Lurrus instead.
I have no cards in hand.
His deck list does have 33, so that would leave at least 25 lands potentially.
That's not the immediate thing I was hoping it was going to be.
So we've gone for Lurrus, so we're going to play the value game here instead.
Defensive
I think
value game instead.
Yeah. Like I say, I think I'd like to see the lethal there. Go for it, exile all those lands. You're not really under any.
There's no pressure. Like board's
Yeah.
empty. You know 2 cards in hand.
Yeah. You've got a Solitude down, so you can start recouping your life total.
But we know Jethro is a real value player. Lurrus exiling all of the reanimation targets every turn
Yep.
and drawing a card. Actually.
Hold on, I remember the response to that.
So yeah, we do have Mystic Sanctuary being played, trigger on the stack, and a target that's stitched together.
Which I assume we just exile.
We're going to exile the bottom one,
Alright, and then that's fine, carry on.
and we're going to let that go on top.
You just exile the target for the stitch together.
Yeah, I think we've established earlier on Jethro's going to remove the targets rather than the reanimator spells.
Yeah.
To start the TARDIS. So they ought to
Start the TARDIS.
Right, so we're
It's
starting
not
the
a magic
TARDIS.
card.
Fail 2, draw a card.
Turns out it is.
Surveil 2, draw a card, and then Planeswalk. Okay. Jump start as well.
Yep.
So,
Start as well, yeah.
but let me just go back to that previous word. Planeswalk. There's no reminder text of what that actually means. What?
Yep.
I'm going to cast it.
so,
I'd like to try.
so Planeswalk is specifically for the plane chase variant of the game.
Doesn't gain haste.
Reading it from the Oracle rules text, you may Planeswalk only in games using the plane chase variant. If you are instructed to Planeswalk in any other game, nothing happens.
But it's not even a plane chase card, is it?
I assume with the Doctor Who, not even Secret Layers, where the Universe Beyond Doctor Who sets, they might have done some plane chase cards.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
They might have just slapped it on there for thematic reasons. So
I'll allow it.
yeah.
I've just got to keep trying to do
That Trench Gorger has now been exiled, sadly, so we're not going to see the line I mentioned a few turns ago. Jethro survives that turn. I think Jethro now being able to untap with Loris in play, as well as this Solitude, we're going to gain at least 5, or is it 6 life? Does Animate take -1, -0? Yes, so that is a 2/2 Solitude and a 3/2 Loris, so we can get in for 5 life, potentially 6 if we want to equip the Skull Clamp. Like I say, advantage bar firmly in Jethro's court now.
By the
Could have
way,
gone for the win last turn.
this is game 1.
Yeah, this has been very, very back and forth.
It's been a really good game.
I think both players had perfect opportunities to win this game if they'd have gone for it. We are getting Emperor Bones now.
Wait, now that we've got rid of the card, just
Yes.
casting it as a yeah.
Subtlety.
That's what that says, isn't it?
It says,
Yes. Jethro, you choose.
Sheep on top.
I am its owner.
Yes.
To be fair, Jethro asked
Yeah.
top or bottom, but what he was really checking is that that's what the card did rather than
Yes.
would you want it to go top or bottom.
So I think I probably want this to go on top. I think this is a great card. It's gonna cause head issues further on down the line.
I will put it on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we've been targeting the targets for the Reanimator. So that one being able to steal them for yourself for at least a turn. Potentially steal multiple if you can get more +1/+1 counters on it. I don't know if Jethro's got any way of doing that, but we'll see. We're gonna put the Skull Clamp on the Solitude, so it's now a 3/1 with lifelink.
Please kill me.
Yes.
She's doing 3. We trade.
We trade. Jethro gets to redraw the Emperor of Bones. It's a grist he's got in hand, so he's got threats on threats here. I think we both the cards in Ed's hands. I think they're both lands at this point.
Okay.
And draw 2.
So we're going to draw the Emperor. We're going to draw a Woodland Cemetery. I've lost track as to where we've not played a land this turn, so we get to play that.
I will cast Phyrexian Furnace.
Yeah.
We're going to play the Furnace back from the bin with Lurus. So we're just at that point now where we probably want to close out the game as quick as we can from Jethro's point of view. Like you say, we're still in game 1. Whether there'll be time for game 2 or 3, we'll find out.
Yeah, it's just
Skull Clamp.
need to speed run these last few turns just to give opportunity. Although I suppose
No.
we've probably not got much time on the clock left at all. So
Go.
No. We have 3, 6, 8 points of power on the board for Jethro, so he does have a 2-turn clock here.
By discarding the Drowned Catacomb to recast.
So we're gonna Planeswalk again.
jump start, Planeswalk. Let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Jump starting easy. Those 2 mana.
Yep.
Where are we going this time?
Deal.
What's your favourite plane? Do you care about this kind of thing?
Surveilling.
Zendikar's always been cool,
Yeah,
I
nice.
suppose.
That's a good choice.
Marsh and Marsh.
I've got a soft spot for Tarkia,
Like to preordain.
just because it's when I started playing Magic. So it's probably the plane I know the most sort of lore about.
Okay, that's sweet.
There it is.
I think my favourite's Kaladesh for similar reason of when I started.
Yeah, it's really nice playing that one as well. Steampunk.
Yeah, I thought it was really cool when I was playing that set. In fact, I think I've got like the art book on my shelf at home.
Oh, that's
Pretty cool.
Okay.
We've not gone back to Kaladesh yet, have we? I imagine we will in some point in the future.
Yeah, I hope so.
Give Energy another chance to destroy a format, whether it's standard or
But
modern.
it's just done that, so we've got to wait a little bit more time before we go back to.
Yeah, we'll let Wizards ban the cards in modern, and then we'll
ether
go
ban.
back to Energy.
I think Kaladesh has left a sour taste in people's mouths because it introduced a lot of issues into Magic.
Yeah, Energy and vehicles, very pushed vehicle in Smuggler's Copter, wasn't it? So
Okay.
in a preordained, I think that was 2 to the bottom, 1 on the bottom, 1 on top. We're gonna draw it. I don't know what that
Do you
card
recognise
is.
this one?
So it's show and tell.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a creature. Great, so you just got a minus destroy my troll next turn.
Yes,
Grist
is a creature. Whenever it's not on the battlefield, it is a creature.
Oh dear.
So that was like
Okay.
the perfect card to sandbag. I think we've just been informed there's 6 minutes left. Like I said,
Bad timing for
I'm gonna
the red because
I'll sacrifice Phyrexian Furnace, targeting.
I've still got subtlety, Jace.
this is a spot where you could just concede and go to the next game as quickly as possible, right?
yeah, I think so. I think at this
I
point-
don't do that enough. You've told me off for it before.
Yeah, I think Ed, being the reanimated deck, he could have sort of turn 1 Fortsies myself, turn 2 reanimate, Archon, turn 3 swing for 9.
The option is there to win quickly.
Yeah, so if we're gonna try, if we had to put one of these players on to win in sort of 5 turns, I'd put my money on Ed. His deck being able to cheat huge things into play gets there. So we have got a Mox Jet here.
Skull Clamp on Fauna Shaman.
Yeah.
Down to
I wonder which card's getting sacrificed.
destroy, troll, draw 2.
Yep.
Skull Clamp is
And
just
that-
a massive target.
Yes. And this get trigger on the Emperor.
Exile White of the Relic away from my graveyard.
I'm gonna do white. Okay.
In beginning combat step, adapt to here.
Yep. So I think this is actually gonna get the job done. I imagine.
Go to declare attackers.
Yeah.
Attack with the team.
Yeah. So for 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
It does give haste.
19, 18.
That was the line you were looking at earlier, or similar to what you were looking at
I
earlier.
had one out.
Yeah.
I had put non.
I just preferred the idea of doing it with the opponent's card.
But because I was suggesting that you do it with the white earlier
Yeah.
and not go and search up Lurus with
Or Corpse Dance? Shall I go?
the discard.
Shadow Drake
But
first.
well, Jethro did get it over the line.
I'd like to go
Oh,
first.
sorry, Shadow Grace. Unmarked grave.
I believe
If I can get a
time is about to be called, so we're not going to have time for a game 2.
Time gets called whilst they're both shuffling up. So Jethro gets the game 1-1-0.
And I've got.
But yeah, very interesting game there from both players. Both players had
That was.
chances to win.
meaty.
I was on the edge for so long.
Because so Ed could have attacked with a 6/6 earlier. Jethro could have gone for a lethal line that potentially he didn't see, or maybe he just preferred not to go for it.
Yeah.
Well, because I could have had your
So I think that could have gone either way earlier on in the game, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if either player just had gone for it, they would have got the win as well.
I
So
had lethal on an earlier your turn.
Oh, fun one for
I
a match that only had one game. It was
Yes.
pretty good.
The white.
All right,
very
well,
swingy, very back and forth.
thank you so much for joining us again, Kieran, and to everybody else for watching. Appreciate you. Catch you next time.
Bye.